right within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
So we're at an ABA clinic. We're gonna go in here and tour it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Jump scare.
Yeah.
What are you scared of?
I don't know.
We're just looking at it.
Oh, are we gonna go home?
Yeah, afterwards. Yeah. Hey guys. So we went and checked out the ABA school, clinic, whatever you want to call it. It was, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the clinic or anything like that, but I don't think we're going to, you know, put our name in the hat for that one. I think what we're going to do is there's two options we're going to check into right now. So there's things, don't mind my pimple patch either. There are things that I really liked about the ABA, you know, clinic. I like the fact that they would have, like, if she went there, she would have one therapist working with her. So it's, you know, and they get their own classroom. So it's her and her therapist. And, you know, they go around and they do certain things, like, you know, like you're gonna go first, we're gonna do this, then we're gonna, you know, it's kind of like a schedule, a class schedule basically, but her class is just her. But then there is times that they are in a classroom with other children of the same age group, but also the fact that they would work one-on-one with her. Like, one of the issues is her not drinking, so they would work on getting her to drink and have her drink every little bit and little bit and little bit, and take her to the bathroom every 3 hours or whatever, just to try to get, you know, that is something that they would help work on. They would help, you know, not get her to eat her hair, so that would be another thing. Their main concern is, like, they work on all the sensory and behavioral things first before they go into, like, you know, the other type of learning, like ABCs and that kind of thing. Yeah, so I think the way because me and my husband were like, number one, it's 23 minutes, 27 minutes, I don't know, 26 minutes. I don't remember how long it takes from our house to get there. It's like, let's just say 30 minutes, because, you know, traffic. So that's 30 minutes to drive her there, to drop her off, and then 30 minutes home. And then when you have to pick her up, 30 minutes there to pick her up, and then 30 minutes home. So we're talking about 2 hours of drive time during every Monday through Friday. So, no. And plus, my husband just didn't feel good about the location, because it is kind of like out there and there's nothing really around there, and he was worried about security, and he asked them questions about security. Not that they had any, you know, might be a perfectly wonderful place to go, but sorry, my eyes are like twitching. So I don't think we will be going with that that route of thing. So we were thinking about, okay, if we get her either to see what kind of we have a couple different schools that we could go to, like public schools. Do we want her in public school? Honestly, I don't want her in public school. I mean, some people love public school, some people, you know, but if the world is scary, okay, come on. The world is scary, and you have a lot of influences of other children who have influences of other people influencing your child. Does that make sense? And that is one thing that we loved once we got Sterling and pulled her out of school, is that she got to be herself. She didn't have to live up to, you know, whatever her peers' standards are put upon her. Like, she didn't have to, you know, she didn't have to fit in with any crowd. She didn't have to, she could just be herself, express herself, do what she wants to do, like what she wants to like, you know, without having the influences of other people, if that makes sense. Because when she did go to public school for kindergarten, first and second grade, you know, we saw a lot of influences of other children. You know, all of a sudden she's like this, all of a sudden she's like this, and like one of the first really, you know, was when she got into kindergarten. She had a friend named Abby, and Abby had her ears pierced, and all of a sudden Sterling wants to get her ears pierced, which we, at that time, were, you know, set on waiting until she was probably like 10-ish, 10 or 12, you know, somewhere in that range. That way she can decide whether or not she really wants her ears pierced or not, you know. Not that that's like a big thing, but she did, and she has her ears pierced. She's had them done like 3 or 4 times now. Same one hole, but because they closed up, you know. Anyway, so we can homeschool, and we can use the school's programs. Like if they had an occupational therapy or a speech therapy or whatever, we can, just because we homeschool does not mean that she cannot take those, you know, those therapies or classes or sessions with the school. So if we homeschooled, and let's say she went to the, you know, she can still do, you know, 5 days a week doing these things, going there for that, drop her off, pick her up, you know, and then come home and do the rest of her schooling here. We can do that. So I don't know if we are going to enroll her in school and let her, one thing also we thought about doing is like enrolling her, letting her get kind of like a base foundation, kind of like Sterling, because Sterling already did kindergarten, first and second grade in public school. So actually, was it, or did we pull her? I think we pulled her out of 2nd grade. No. Yeah. Okay. We pulled her out of 3rd grade because she had Schnault, Howard, Jones, and yeah. Okay, we pulled her out of 3rd grade. I just remember the teachers. So when I pulled her out, she, you know, could already read some. She wasn't as good of a reader as she is now, but she, you know, she could read. She knew, you know, one thing I do remember teaching her, one of the very, you know, she didn't know her multiplication, so of course we had to learn that, and you know, but she had a good foundation going. So that might be the same for Jern, or you know, Jern might just really thrive in a public school setting with other kids, and you know, and each kid is different. So anyway, I just want to touch on the ABA. You gonna do school? Right now she's gonna do her ABC mouse. So we've set her up with ABC mouse, and she's been doing that for a while. She likes it. But hold on, let me get her started. Okay, we got her situated, but trying to set this up. I got my AJ Blanks order that I wanted yesterday. And then I also got Blanks Boutique order. The reason being is Angela was out of 5T girl shirts and 4T boy shirts, I think. So anyway, I didn't know how long she would be out of them. I could have messaged her, but I'm just like, you know, out of order. I ordered a few extra in the shirts. I'm just folding them in half. See, Mouse is not on YouTube. Anyway, I have to go help her. We're eating at Fuji. We got shrimp.
I got stuff on my stuff.
Let's talk from here. Sterling, look. I want to vlog you for a minute.
No.
Let's talk about it. Do you want to see the cure?
Yeah.
Look at my camera. Would you rather see the cure or Duran Duran? Is that your favorite band?
Yeah. I want that and Typo
Is it just the Cure, right? That's all it is. There's no other thing.
Is there opening?
Typo Negative. Huh?
No, who's the
You'll never
opening?
see, I'm sorry, you'll never see that.
What? What are we talking about?
Who's opening for the
Who's
cure?
opening
I don't
for the
know.
Cure? Is anybody?
I don't know.
Okay, well, Duran Duran's got like two other people. Two other groups.
Who is it?
Bastille is one of them,
What the world?
and somebody else. It's somebody I've never heard of. But that don't mean they're not good. It probably means your mama's like
You guys don't mind my pimple patches. Y'all should know by now. But I messed up. And I'm scared. I hate this feeling. It's like, what did I do? This was my Ricoma. What did I do? So I was going to make another rainbow. So I stitched up this one. And then I was going to do another one. And it's a smaller design because it's a 4. And so I was using my 9x8 hoop. And so I got it on there, and it normally fits on there, on that hoop just fine. But I forgot I had used my bigger hoop for this one, so I had moved the design up. So, I moved the, the field up, I guess you would say. So then when I was doing the trace, you gotta trace it where it goes around, and then you hold the thing down. I don't always hold like the number 1 thing down. I normally don't always hold it down. I normally just like make sure, and then sometimes like if, anyway, I held it down, and when it got to the top, it like hit the top of the frame, and the number 1 kind of bent a little bit and broke the needle. And so I'm like, okay, well, it's just that needle, right? I'm like, it didn't mess anything else up, right? So I, went ahead and, continued and was going to work on the shirt. So I got the pink on of the rainbow, and then was doing the orange, and then the orange, for some reason, overlapped on the pink. And I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, maybe my frame moved, maybe something. So I undid it, turned it off, I turned it back on, I reset the hoop, I selected the hoop again and did that, and then I tried it again, and then when it went to did the pink and the orange fine, and then when it went to do the yellow, it was gonna lay the yellow on top of the orange, even though on my screen it was correct. And I'm like, it's gotta be from it jarred something, and it makes me feel like sick to my stomach. But I will call them on. I just hooped this without any without any stabilizer. That's how messed up I am right now. It sucks too, because I'm like on a roll, and I'm like throwing all kinds of shirts out there on that, and like I'm used to using that machine, the Ricoma. I'm used to using it, and so I'm like, I haven't looked up anything like what to do, or I'm sure I probably need some kind of technician. I probably done screwed something up, but like I can call, like they have excellent customer service, so I'm gonna call in Monday. Call on Monday, and I will tell them exactly, what happened, and I'm like, something told me it was going to happen, because when I was first hooping the shirt, I was like, maybe I should just stick it back on the big one. Like, it doesn't do no harm, like putting it on the 10 by 10 frame. Because these designs are a little bit larger because, you know, it's a rainbow. So, and I was like, no, because I know it fits fine on these. And if I was going to do it on the bigger one, I'd have to sew my stabilizer because I don't have stabilizer to fit the 10 by 10. So I just, you know, take one full sheet of stabilizer and then a half sheet, and then I cut it down the middle and sew this part to it. So I cut one of these in half, and then I use one for one and one for another one. So then I sew it, so that way my stabilizer is a little bit longer and will fit on my 10 by 10 hoop. But no, Pam was too lazy, and she was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hoop. And I never hold that stupid thing down. Never. Usually I let it go around once, and then I kind of look, and then I go let it go around. I usually go around twice because I'm scared to death that the needle's going to hit the hoop. And now look what you did. It bent it too. I'll show you guys in just a minute. Let me get this set up. Alright, so this, I don't know if you can tell. I just put the needle back on it. Maybe you can tell there it's kicked out just, let's see if we could do, I mean, it's just a little, there, you can see it there, like just a little bit. So when you trace, right, it goes to needle number 1, and you hold it down and see when it went to the back of the frame, it hit it. And when it hit it, it broke the needle. So that's why I'm like, did I just mess up my Ricoma? Did I just totally like make the world's biggest mistake? I'm gonna try it tomorrow. This is the I got a mess. I always got a mess. You should know that by now. So this is the rainbow I was working on. And you see it's got, the first time it messed up was here, right? And then it's got, but see, that don't even look straight to me. But then it went to go do the yellow, and it was putting the yellow. It's not even, it's like doing it exactly. Actually, it was kind of going off to the side. I don't know. And I was sure it was on the right thing. But maybe it was just fluke. Maybe. I don't know. So I'm going to not worry about it tonight. It's just giving me too much anxiety. And I am going to package up these orders. And then I'm going to bed. I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Are you buying them? Yeah.
What does it say?
We going to see the cure.
You're going to see the cure.
Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.